so apparently I could do 10-minute videos. I promise it won't be that long. Yeah, I was just watching a video about from Hawk, who was talking about this, and how the Georgia government is not a fan of Donald Trump's because of what he tried to make them do, you know, like calling them corrupt because they couldn't find the votes while trying to corrupt them and force them to find the votes, that kind of thing. But it got me to thinking, what would be the best thing for Donald Trump, like as an individual today? Because, you know, it's all about him. It's all about what he wants and what he needs. And I think there's a path out for him that it's not really a path out because it would have to happen naturally. And to pause the point that I'm about to make and talk about another issue real quick, there were a lot of people talking about how Donald left the Iowa State Fair after like an hour or so, and how he wasn't looking healthy and he was kind of feeling weak. Personally, I don't think that's the reason that he left the fair so early. I think that he left because it's good for his brand, because the Iowa State Fair is not all about him. But, you know, if it was because of his health reasons, then that might help him. Because honestly, the best thing that Donald Trump can do right now, today, for Donald Trump is to die of natural causes in front of a bunch of people. And this isn't like a threat or anything like that. This is just, you know, opinion. But like if he like had a massive heart attack or stroke like on stage during one of his rallies and collapsed like in the next 72 to, you know, 120 hours or so, like that would be the best thing for his brand. Now, hear me out, because Donald Trump's all about branding and all about the me, right? And if he were to collapse on stage, like it would be obviously a devastating blow to the MAGA fans of his, because, you know, he'd be gone. But it would also be helpful to him because they could say it was a conspiracy and that, you know, Biden had him killed, even though, you know, he's going to die soon anyway. He's an old man. So they get the two things they love. They get to worship their overlord as the, you know, passed on God that they think he is, and they get a new conspiracy theory out of it. Great. The other thing that it would do for the Republicans, it was because it's like early enough right now that they could like start to, you know, wheel the wagons around, you know, a better candidate than Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis, because I don't think that's going to happen. I'm thinking like a Tim Scott, Nikki Haley combination of some sort, either her as the VP or him, like either way could work, for their brand anyway. And there's still, you know, well over a year until the next election, so they'd have plenty of time to, you know, promote, you know, the Scott Haley Scott whatever ticket in that time period. Now, will that push the Republicans to win in 2024? I doubt it, because if you know anything about MAGA and the conservatives, they're not going to vote for a black man, even though they'll give him money to run, and they're also not going to vote for a woman, even though they give her money to run, because of the sexism and racism inherent in the current Republican Party. But anyway, that's just, you know, my thought on what could happen to help Donald Trump and the Republican Party, and for those reasons alone, I hope that he hangs on at least another 6 to 8 months.